Yo, welcome to episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. It's Wrestlemania week, baby. So, I'm not going to do a recap of the show, Raw or SmackDown. I want to get into predictions, and these aren't just regular predictions. These are what I'm going to call my night 1, night 2 best for business predictions. Alright, before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback. Check out the real short TikToks, Superkick store, table lines and bumps, be in Vegas, hit me up, let me know where you're going. Trying to go to as many things as possible, link up, kick it, whatever the case may be. Can't wait. So we will get into night 1. Then I'm gonna do a separate video for night 2. And then you guys let me know what you guys think, right? Bear with me. Get over a cold, but we about to do what? We got El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. And I'm picking Grande Americano. One, because Rey doesn't need the match. This is the best. This is the most entertaining storyline right now to me, in my opinion. And you can't kill it by having Rey Mysterio beat him at WrestleMania. They can run it back at Backlash. They had some match in Mexico on some PLE or a TV show, weekly show or whatever. But El Grande Americano has to win at WrestleMania, and that is what is best for business. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below who you guys got going, right? Next match, we're going to get into LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. All this time that LA Knight has had, this is the 2 title reigns that he's had the United States Championship, he really hasn't had a storyline. They threw him into the Andrade Melo story thing. He had this back and forth with Shinsuke that was kind of like weird. Then he gained the title, and then now he has it, and he's kind of always part of someone else's story. He doesn't have his own story. Jacob Fatu needs the belt because he already has a story building with Solo Sikoa. He can win the belt. Solo can kind of come and try to take rank over Jacob, and now we got that feud already, right? Excuse me. And we got that bumping going into SummerSlam. It's weird that when they get to at WrestleMania, Jacob versus Solo, but I got those 2 guys at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. What do you guys got? Jacob Fatu, best for business for the United States Championship. Because like I said, man, when LA had the United States Championship and they would go overseas, he was a good look for the belt, right? The fans loved him. He'd get the pop. But now we're back in the States, and we'll be in the States for a minute. So, time for Jacob Fatu to get that. What you guys think? Let me know. Comment below, right? Let's get into Jay and Naomi. Best for business prediction. Naomi got to win. So far, I got kind of all the heels winning so far. Naomi has to win. Right now, this Naomi heel turn is the best heel turn with proper character development, in my opinion. And we got to continue that, right? We can't have Jay wash that away. Jay will have a moment next year or something like that, maybe. But Naomi, the veteran, put the work in. On fire with this character. I love it. Proceed with caution. I'm proceeding with her winning at WrestleMania because that is what best for business. You guys let me know. They can run it back at Backlash and Jay can get the victory then. But for WrestleMania, Naomi needs to win. Moving on to the New Day versus the War Raiders. Even though the New Day has had a lackluster heel turn per se, I thought it was gonna be bigger than that. I thought there was gonna be more going on with that, but they are more relevant than the War Raiders to me right now. They get more engagement for the people from the crowd, and they're just more entertaining. So, best for business going for it has to be the New Day winning the tag titles at WrestleMania. What do you guys think? Let me know. And this ain't really about who's better, right? to me, it's just what is best for business, and that's what I'm going with. And because I think what's best for business is going to be, it's the theme of these videos, but as we've seen Cena say that, Punk has said it, and now tonight after Monday Night Raw, Rollins has said it too. So it's the thing, man. Excuse me. Moving on to the next, we got Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. I know a lot of people aren't really feeling Charlotte. She always gets a title shot. She's always in the front of the line. She's always number one contender. And we want something new. We want something fresh. We here with Tiffany Stratton. But, man, to me, best for business, Charlotte has to win because she has the most heat. And she can provoke the crowd so well. She's so great at doing that she needs to be champion. And this allows for Tiffany Stratton to regroup, come back, get the proper push behind her, the proper fans behind her. I feel like they kind of missed it a little bit because going to the Elimination Chamber last year in Australia, fans were behind her. Fans were behind her for the Money in the Bank. And then you kind of had like this, I don't know, man, this watered down like feud and storyline with Nia and her. And the cashing in, I really wasn't feeling too much, and I don't think it got the proper pop and energy that it should have. And she kind of just, I don't want to say fizzle out as a face, because you knew they were trying to change her, and I think they wanted her to still be heel, but the face turn was coming because it was against Nia. I don't know, it just wasn't working out right. So to have someone that where she stands, Charlotte Flair, this allows for Tiffany Stratton to come back. The fans are going to hate Charlotte so much that when Tiffany Stratton comes back, they're going to be in love with her, and this allows to build up her character, her equity even more. So what's best for business, and Tiffany can get it back at like SummerSlam, yo. What's best for business for now, though, for WrestleMania 41, Charlotte has to win the title. What you guys think? Let me know. Comment below, right? Jay versus Gunther World Heavyweight Championship. That guy. I've been going back and forth with this because on one hand I'm like, man, and I'm looking at the card and I got so many heels winning. The fans, we need a good, that good feeling, right? To say, yeah, the guy that we really won, we've been rocking with, won, and Jey Uso is that dude. I feel like Gunther has kind of, maybe not in the last few weeks, but his title run has kind of been stale to me, in my opinion. Not enough good, solid competition, in my opinion. They even put him in a real storyline. He had this thing where he lost his confidence for some reason, and tried to sneak up on Damian Priest when he was like 2 feet away, and got beat down. Nothing really came out of that, right? Him losing allows him, just like Tiffany Stratton, to regroup, come back as a more fierce version of himself, someone who isn't taking people lightly, and taking people for a joke. Like he's out to destroy and crush, and just be ruthless. And that's the Gunther I felt like we used to have, being on top. Winning has weakened him, made him soft. So he needs to lose. And this allows also with Jey Uso to bridge the gap between people in the mid card. Now you can put them in the World Heavyweight Championship picture, right? We get Sami Zayn, we get AJ Styles, right? And Bronson Reed when he comes back, and I would love to see Karrion Kross versus Jey Uso. Actually, after Mania, the Rock and Mania, this is where Karrion Kross comes into play. He started playing the season, Jey Uso here, right? And he was like, man, Sammy had a better victory than you against Gunther at WrestleMania. I mean, you beat him, but Sammy did it in a better fashion, and now you get that because Karrion Kross has already had the interaction with Sammy already, and he's the puppet master, right? So we can allow that to start to unfold. He's been talking with AJ Styles. I didn't like this. That Logan Paul being able to get the upper hand over AJ Styles while Karrion Kross is just getting beat down for some reason by AJ Styles. I hate it. But he made the sacrifice for the storyline. Because he does it. That's how amazing he is. Push him. Anyway, you got AJ Styles coming to picture against Jey Uso, and then we finally get Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross can beat Jey Uso and become World Heavyweight Champion, and I would love that. But back for WrestleMania 41 was best for business to me is Jey Uso beating Gunther at WrestleMania. What do you guys think? Let me know. Comment below. Also, before I leave that, the reason why it's best for business to me is because Gunther is the type of character, type of wrestler that you can see in main events of WrestleMania for years to come. We don't know if this energy with Jey Uso, how long that's gonna last, right? And so this might be the moment to cash in now on that. Whereas for Gunther, again, he's like a franchise person, so you can build around Gunther and he'll be back. So I ain't worried about him taking a loss. That's why I got Jey Uso winning at WrestleMania 41. The main event for WrestleMania 41 Night 1, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, triple threat match. This is a tough one too, right? Because Roman won't win, I know that. But now I'm trying to see best for business wise, is it CM Punk? Is it Seth Rollins? Because this story can go in so many different ways if either one of these guys win. So we've seen Seth Rollins do the whole corporation authorities type of thing. So that would be him doing something he's already done before. And it always kind of feel like Paul Heyman's going to side with Seth Rollins, right? Who knows? But that'd be too obvious. That'd be too predictable. This has been a year of things that have been unpredictable that we didn't think would ever happen. Will we see the anti-establishment CM Punk turn and join the corporation type of thing? That would be something different that we haven't seen, right? And that pays into the idea of the old era of like Punk, Cena, Orton, all those guys. And you have to have the last of this current era. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns have to come back together and band together to take down this corporation, this authority that's led by The Rock, So I think what's best for business is for CM Punk to win, only if the win involves a turn for him. That's what I got for night one. You guys let me know. Comment below what you guys think. Like I said, I'm here at WrestleMania. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Give me some feedback. We can chat it up, man. I'm going to chop these up and one by one. We can see what happens, man. Can't wait for WrestleMania night one, man. Until next time, adios. Peace.